Alright, so now that we got the exterior all clean, this is going to be a separate video, but this is right after the exterior cleaning video. We're going to clean the interior. So I have a vacuum first off, so to clean the carpets, the seats, just get all the big debris out from the car. And then I also have these two brushes. One is a nylon brush to get like waxy sort of stuff out from the creases of your car, whether it be like little buttons or so. Same thing with this, but this is meant just for almost everything. It's just a horsehair brush, so it's a little easier to use if you don't have one of these. And then I got two microfiber towels. So I got one that will be my more wet one, and then one that'll be the more dry one. So I'll use this one first to where I can come back through and hit it with the dry. And then last but not least, we got a Swiffer just to get rid of all the dust when we finish cleaning it. It's a brand new Swiffer, so we'll see how that goes. All right, so first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna use this vacuum. If you wanna know, it's just a Dyson. I don't know what it is exactly, but it just is out of the closet. I can't remember what exactly it is, but it's got a nice attachment that I like to use. It can get in crevices, such as down in this crack. It gets down in there just fine, and around the back, it's nice for that. So I'm gonna start vacuuming, and then we'll get rolling. All right, so after that, basically I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. All I did was vacuum this bottom down here and then vacuum the seat. That's really where the vacuum comes in handy to get all of that debris, the dirt off of your shoes that comes off. That's nice to get just real quick like that instead of picking it up with a microfiber towel or something else. I don't even know. All right, so now we're on the interior. As you can tell, I got my microfiber cloth, and then I also have some of this glass cleaner. I know it's meant for the glass, but I have used it on everything in this car, plastics, leathers, and it doesn't seem to hurt it. So makes it look shiny, it makes it look nice, nice and new. So would recommend this. It's nice. It's like an all-in-one cleaner. I don't want to have to pay for all the other stuff right now. I may eventually, but not right now. All right, so we're now just going to take the cap off of that. And then there's not really a certain place that I like to start. I just like to wipe down all the surfaces. Like you got the chrome handles over here that'll get fingerprints really bad. The dash, the steering wheel, all of those buttons. I like to get up here. I mean, really just everything. Just make sure you get it all. So normally I go with the dash, and then go to the buttons, then the steering wheel, and then down to this center console area, back to the cup holders, and then I go on the doors. So I'll start with this door first, do the door jambs and everything. And then go to the passenger one as well. All right, so now I just finished wiping down all of the big parts with this microfiber towel, such as the steering wheel, the dash, the air vents, that one, all of them, this dash, and the big pieces here. Now I'm going to take this brush, it's a horsehair brush, and just get in the middle of these here, get all in those cracks, get in this crack right down here, just basically all the little cracks that you can get in. You will not believe how much little dust particles and stuff comes out of little cracks like that, especially if you haven't done this in a while or ever. So I would highly recommend getting a brush like this. If you have to, you can use a toothbrush as well. Toothbrushes work about just as well as these do. These are just more protective for your car and they won't scratch it. But yeah, so I'm just going to do that. Use still this glass cleaner. I just spray a little bit in the brush and then just scrub wherever I'm scrubbing and then wipe up the residue with this. So now we got all of the glass cleaner and solution that we need to put in there. And then you just basically, like you're scrubbing your teeth, but with a car brush and car parts. Looks shiny right now. That's because it is. Okay, so now we're moving on to the doors. So I've already done this whole door panel, but something that we can't do unless the door is open is this bottom part down here. Also there's like 3 layers. I like to do all of those, get all the bottom parts. As you can see, there's a few just little nicks here and there, and then this little piece that you step over all the time gets quite dirty. So we can get that all off. And also the front of the seat will get pretty dirty right on that corner where you may hit it with your feet, right up here as well. So I just like to get all of those parts just dust free and nick free to try to keep it nice. And we'll do the same to the other side as well. So after you got that on there, I am just going to wipe it down with a microfiber. I'm not going to worry about doing the brush or anything. It doesn't need to be that detailed. So I'll just set that down in the seat, grab my microfiber here, and then just basically wipe that whole thing down as best as you can. Get that little running rail there. Wipe the leather down a bit because you hit it with your feet. Just basically get all the dust and debris done. You can also do this if you want to while you're cleaning the exterior, because this will be a little wet. After you clean the exterior, there will be a little water spots there. So you can do that as well. But that's about all that I do with the doors. Just make sure that every dust thing is gone. You can even, your shoe will hit up there sometimes, I've noticed on this car. Also on the bottom right there on the speaker, you can hit, and then this bottom rail right here. You'll hit with your foot sometimes getting in and out if it's a tight squeeze. So all I'm going to do is just do the same to the other side. All right, so one more thing that I like to do to the interior before we're finished is hit it with a nice little Swiffer duster. Just basically collects all the dust that could have been floating in the air while you were doing this and would land on the car after that. This thing can also be a really fast way to make your car look good in about 10 seconds. So if your car is not that dirty and you just want to do a very quick clean on it, you can just use the vacuum like I did on the seats and the floor mats. And then you can literally just take the Swiffer and wipe it everywhere and it'll get rid of the dust. All right, so that pretty much does it for this video. We finished up cleaning up the interior. As you can tell, it looks pretty good. I would say that there is hardly any dust after that Swiffer. If you guys can see any, I would be very, very surprised because I cannot see anything with just my eye. So I think we did a pretty good job there. And if you'd like to see more, you can subscribe down below. See you guys in the next one. Peace. All right, so now that we got the interior, all right, so what I meant by the doors, by doing the doors, also we gotta check, and yeah, so if you liked it, me,